Hello, 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 and thank you so much for joining me with lunch, for joining me today, having lunch with me today, and my special guest, Raquel Del Orbe. I am so excited to have her with me. I'm sure that you are. If you're here, grab your drink, have your lunch with you, do whatever you have to do just so that you can spend this next 30 minutes with me and my special guest. I'm so excited to add her to the conversation. Raquel, welcome to lunch.
Hey, hey, hey. I'm so excited.
Awesome. So happy to have you here. I just took some pics of Raquel doing her makeup and stuff like that. I saw her transform, doing her thing that mothers do, you know. It was so funny just to see you in action.
Yeah. That's how we do it. We don't have time to explain everything. We
Five
just
minutes and you just transformed the entire thing and you look amazing.
thank you so much, Nadine. What a blessing
I'm
to be with you
so
today.
happy to have you here. I would love for you to introduce yourself to our guests who are joining us from all over the world. And if you're joining us right now live, let us know in the comment section, where are you joining us from? You're here to have lunch with me and Raquel today. We would love to know who's having lunch with us. So Raquel, tell our viewers, who are you and just a little bit about your background.
Okay, my name is Raquel Delorbe. I am originally from Dominican Republic. That's why you will notice my accent. I am Hispanic. And I live in Katy, Texas. I've been here for 10 years now.
Wow.
And I love it. I can use, I know that God can use everybody because I am speaking in English when I used to, just speaking in Spanish. So that's my background. I have two other sisters. I have my mom and my dad. I am family oriented. I love my family. That's how I am.
Beautiful. I love the accent too. And you know, the thing is, the mere fact that you're speaking English, even with your accent, just says, hey, you speak more than one language. You're better than most of us. And so I
Oh,
love it. I do love it. And Raquel, it was such a delight working with you in the Speaker Mentorship Group program. Still a delight to just be connected with you. We met many years ago when I spoke for CAP meeting at your church,
yes,
somewhere in Texas.
yes, it was.
Where? I don't remember where.
It was in a camp meeting, but I
Yes.
loved it.
I don't remember the location, but I know that's where we first met and we stayed connected throughout the years. And I'm so excited to have worked with you and now to just see you continue to actualize into the woman that you've been created to be. Now, Raquel, what was your experience like prior to coming into the Speaker Mentorship Program and what brought you into the program in the first place?
That's a good question, Nadine. The first thing is I was looking for something else. When you are looking for something else, God will open the door. I wanna grow. I wanna sell. I wanna be something else. Before met you, by the time that I met you, I am married. I got my first baby, and I remember that she was just a couple of months. And I was in the camp, and I was praying God for a word. I was looking for something else. And you mentioned that you were able to talk and listen the voice of God. And for me, that sounds like me. And I thought that I was crazy because always I hear when He speaks to me like clearly. And people sometimes say, "No, I can understand why you say that." But when you say it, I said, "Oh." So it's a couple of people that are able. So it's more people that like me. So we connect that day. I remember talking to you for hours in the afternoon with the baby in my breast and sharing with you how amazing it is to have the opportunity to be open to listen the voice of God. And my life started changing that immediately. I connect with you. I follow you, and I get all your books. I love books. And I was reading and finding how I can use my business because I already have a business.
Mhm.
And how can I use my business to glorify the name of God? Not just to have an income. I know how to create an income and I know how to teach people to create an income, but I want to build something for the eternity with the business. And that's you were my answer. You were the answer to my prayer because you are not just a coach. You are a Christian, devoted woman that is interested in not just my growing, but how I can use my purpose. How can I find my purpose and find my voice? And for me, it took me a lot of time. It's been 5 years, or a little bit more. But I was like, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have this. I am so focused on my business. But if you don't fix the base, you will be messed up. You have to fix it. You have to find um, yourself first, and then everything will come up. So I am so happy that I say yes, even though I have so many challenges. My second child just come up, and she's like 7 months old. And you can tell, like, oh my gosh, now you are taking classes. My husband was like, so you are putting my stuff in your place? And I was like, no, I am finding a way to fix everything in my life by finding my purpose.
Yes, wow, that's powerful. My goodness. You just dropped a bomb. You said, I am fixing everything in my life because I want to find my purpose. So for some people, they would be like, oh, you're already a mom and you're already a business owner and you're adding more. But in your mind, it wasn't adding more. It was just getting more clarity so that you can live a more purposeful life. That's a bombshell.
Yeah, that's how.
Because a lot of women, they're always about, oh, I'm busy, I have so much going on, I have this, I have that, and we're just going through motions. I am a part of an international women's network, and I was listening to one of our presenters, I think about 2 weeks ago, and she was saying there was a difference between motion, just doing things like going through the motion, versus taking moves or making moves that lead you to building your business, or moves that lead you to become, in your case, a better version of yourself. And so a lot of us, all of the things that keep us busy are simply motion things. And we're just in motion, in motion, in motion. And we're thinking that it's going to get us somewhere. It gets us nowhere because we're just doing and doing instead of making moves. And in your case, what you did when you signed into the speaker program was making a move that's going to get you closer to where you want to go.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing. Because I know you're a mom of two, Emily and Elizabeth, and I know that you have been in the Mary Kay business for over 14 years,
yeah.
helping women to be able to build their platforms, their own businesses, from just skincare. And I was just able to witness you going from your morning face to your just health, just skincare face, right? I was able to see that in direct. That is amazing. So, Raquel, so you were on that journey of trying to find your purpose. What is it you're meant to do? And you came into the speaker program. Why was it that program that you came into? And why was the time that you came in the right time for you? Where were you in your mind and in your life?
Uh, if I can say back
Hmm.
with my old mentality, it will be not the right time. Not
Right.
the right time. But I can tell there is never, never the right time. You have to create the time. You
Mm-hmm.
have to stop and say, today is the day that I will change my life.
True.
Because we live in the life that our parents, our community, our environment create for us. Or to
Mm-hmm.
the point that you have to stop and realize, okay, what is the thing that I really want? What is the person that I want to become? And
Mm-hmm.
then when you stop that day, when I stop that day and I say, okay, now that I got the baby, now that I got my two daughters, I am right now mostly in my house because we are in pandemic. So that's the right time to grow. That's the right time to learn something new. So I can apply it to my life, everything. You know what? This program doesn't help us just in the business or in the minister or whatever, even in my personal relationship with God. That class that we take about the prayer certificate is a bonus, but it's the bomb. It's the best thing that I can talk because right now I can see everything like in a warfare. I don't have to complain
Mm-hmm.
with my husband or my kids or whatever because even I was talking to a consultant in the morning today and she was talking to me about so many things and I was like, do you realize that we are in the warfare? And she was like, what do you mean by that? And I say, yeah, we are fighting. We have to.
Mm-hmm.
So having the right mindset For them, it's a blessing. For my family, it's a blessing. For
Mhm.
my community, for my church, for everybody, because I can see clearly that
Yeah.
it's not a person that want to destroy me or whatever. It's just an enemy that is fighting with us. So for me, that's a mindset changing that every woman has to make, not just businesswoman, not
Mm.
every single woman have to take the time and work in herself by doing through these classes that you really, you have like, this is something that is so valuable that
Yeah.
you don't even pay for the real value that this has.
My goodness, man, you're hitting some serious points today, Raquel. Serious points because you just focus so much on mindset shifting, which is something that so many of us as women, Christian women, need in order for us to rise to the next level of ourselves. And you just made it just so clear how important it is because you came into the program. Elizabeth was just a few months old,
Yeah.
3 or 4 months old, and you committed to a 12 to 14-week program with a newborn baby,
Mhm.
knowing that you had to show up every Wednesday for an hour and a half, in addition to doing the certified prayer counselor class and the runway to soul coaching experience, and working behind the scenes to fulfill the different tasks that we had for the program. You did all of that with a 3 to 4 month old baby, and you didn't make any excuses. And I mean that. I have to applaud you publicly for it because you are living out what your message is truly when it is you say that you are working to help women become successful entrepreneurs while they are also becoming great mothers. And you committed to that. Your story has just added a whole other layer when we think about it, because you literally signed on to a program that had you needed to be highly committed for, that had a lot of deliverables, and you still did all of the work. And I know one of the things that you did to help you to be able to fulfill your commitment in growing your business, in fulfilling your purpose, was hiring help.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
I remember in the beginning of the program, you said, okay, I would need Wednesdays off. And so you got help for your Wednesdays,
And
right?
you have it, and I love it because that's the secret of the Proverb 31st woman. She
Yeah.
doesn't handle everything by himself. He
Yeah.
had help, and you have to know that if you don't have to do everything,
Mm-hmm,
just have
mm-hmm,
to try the thing that you really like doing with intentionally. Like my husband is working in the thing that he like. I am working in the thing that I like, and I can provide uh, resources to people by hiring people to help me to clean the house, to come and help me with the kids, so I can have more time for reading, for doing my calls, for doing my interviews with my consultants, for doing everything. But most of the thing for praying and communicate with God and having my time with Him. Because if you just keep going, keep going, keep going, you will burn out and you will quit and you will be complaining and you will be always stressed out and fighting with your husband and everything. So finding help for me was the key. I am so thankful that God gave me that the idea, because before that I thought that I can do everything. I can clean the house. I don't have to pay anybody. I can take care of my kids and be focused on the class. No, that's not true. You
mm-hmm,
need help. You
mm-hmm.
need, and God will provide the resources. Just open your
Amen.
house. We have a big, beautiful God that has all the resources. I say yes before I knew where I would find the money to pay for the program.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I prayed God and I said, if you really want me to do this, I know that you will provide. And boom, I was able to pay. And I was able to do it without asking my husband or asking this person or that person, because I am able to work and take care of my kids. So this is part of the blessing of my message. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to pick, you don't have to choose being a mom, a full-time mom with a homeschooling kid with babies, or being a businesswoman. You can be both. I am the proof. I am not perfect. I have so many issues that I have to work, and I am in the battle like you. We are in the war, but I am aware of my power. That
That's right.
a talent inside of me that I don't have to ask for permission to be successful. I give you the power, he said. I give you everything. Use the resources that I give it to you and grow and keep blessing other people. So for me, this program is amazing. It's amazing.
I can feel your power, and I understand why the reaction to you just getting so many calls to speak is happening, because you just like filled with power. I'm hearing you speaking and I'm like, whoa, it's just powerful points after powerful points, because you mentioned some things about, just taking a step of faith, saying yes before you know the way forward. And a lot of women are not able to launch successful businesses because, number one, they're tied to their roles at home. And
Mhm,
they're thinking, I don't have a choice. I am
mhm,
just there. This is what my role is. And so a lot of them, like in Runway to Soar, the first module, we talk about who am I? And so many women are defining themselves by the roles they have to play versus recognizing that there is a higher calling on your life. There is a greater purpose, something that you need to fulfill. And it doesn't end with you just being a mom or wife. And so you were able to just step out of that zone, that way of thinking, that type of socialization, and say, you know what? Because I remember your story. Part of it is just seeing women in your country, Dominican Republic, so many of them just choosing to raise kids and then having a model that was able to choose both, and you recognizing it's possible that
mhm.
this can happen. And I love that you mentioned, I was just taking notes, that you didn't have to ask for permission.
Mm-mm.
And the reason why so many of us always have to ask for permission to be able to do anything, it's because we have not positioned ourselves correctly, because we do not recognize that I don't have to choose both. I can be a co-creator in my own home. I can be a breadwinner in my own home. I can do things. It doesn't have to mean I'm going out to a job because you work from home. You have been an entrepreneur for over 14 years. And so
Yeah.
talk to us a little bit about just the journey of that kind of epiphany happening in your head, that I can do both. I don't have to choose.
Okay, when I was a little kid, and I remember since I was 10, I was involved in business because my mom. I am the number three of three daughters. I have two older sisters, and my mom stopped working when my first sister was born. So my mom allowed my dad to be the only provider.
Mhm.
That wasn't a good idea because he has some drinking issues. He's a drunk person. He was, and I was there,
Mhm.
in the middle of the battle, seeing my mom trying to do as much as she can with just one resource.
Mm.
She started developing some idea, like a little cafeteria that we worked so hard. I was even like 10 or 11, and I was at the school selling some empanadas and juice with my sister to get the money to go to other school
Yeah.
and pay for the tuition or pay for the ticket. So when I was there, I was like, there has to be some other ways. They
Mm.
have to be some other way that I don't have to put even my kids to work or whatever, but just provide for them. And then I realized I found a friend from the church. She invited me to some program at the church, and I noticed that she came to my neighborhood in a different situation, and she created the situation to be in a better position for their house.
Mm.
Relied on her husband to do the thing. She has two little boys that now they are graduate from school. They are well, they are successful, and she was handling. She was using the gift that Proverb 18:16 says that she has inside.
Mhm.
I make like, oh, I can do both. I
Mhm.
can be at home like my mom, take care of my kids, and also I can be a provider. I can use my talent. I can keep
Mm.
excelling. And that woman that she become my mentor, she is still my mentor. She
Mhm.
teach me how I can do it.
Wow.
And from there, I couldn't stop. I didn't complain about my dad didn't pay for my books. I just work and pay for my book. I
Yeah.
didn't complain about, oh, we don't have this in the house. I want some nice curtain. I just work and buy it.
Right.
And
Wow.
it's the same right now. I got my blessing because my husband is a good provider. But I got two daughters.
Mhm.
What can ensure? How can I have the insurance that my daughter will find a good husband like my husband?
Mhm.
I have to create something that they can learn from now that
Mhm.
they don't need it. You know how many people are throwing their kids from a wall in Mexico just because they don't think that they are able to provide for their kids,
Mhm.
leaving their kids like going like crazy in the world. And I'm like, oh my God, they have to find someone to tell them that you don't have to. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to leave your kid with somebody else and travel to a different country and work so hard and save the money so they can grow without you. You can be a mom at house and you can use your talent to provide for their food, for their not just the food, but for the school tuition, for excelling. And
Yeah.
that's my message. I love it. I love it.
Woman. Raquel, girl, you just have me in all kind of feelings. You're on fire. You're speaking, and your book title just dropped into my spirit one time. Building a legacy for my daughters. You know.
Woo! That's the next step. I am writing a book, and I know for sure that God will use this book to bless so
Yes,
many
I
people.
know we're gonna work on that in the next level. You and another few ladies, I'll be working together with that. But the name just dropped in there, building a legacy for my daughters, as I'm hearing you speaking. But talk to us about your experience. What was it like for you going through the speaker mentorship program?
Oh, at the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't think I can make it because my English is too broken, because I don't have this, I don't have this. And then I move on to open possibility. Okay, how can I create it? How can I be more focused on my English? Okay, I will listen in some preaching in English so my ear can open and I can understand everything. And I create the way. I create the way. I cry a lot because for part of the program, I was trying to cover my truth,
Mm,
create, and I think that most of us create like imaginary world when we are like the perfect family. My mom was
mm,
sane, my dad was the perfect provider, my sister are amazing, and you don't wanna use the real thing. But you know what happened? There is no growth when you just try to cover. It
mm,
is how it is. And
mhm,
it's okay. It's okay to say it, that he was a drunk person. It's okay to say that she didn't have the tool. But
yeah,
then I didn't know. I start crying and I want to stop. And I said, I cannot do it because I feel that I was betraying my family by just telling the people that it was my situation in the house. Everybody thinks that it was perfect because I'm perfect. Fine. But what happened to the people that doesn't that are right now in the situation?
mhm,
That young lady that right now are thinking I am nothing because my dad is a drunk person. That
mhm,
I am nothing because my mom is no, uh, she didn't went to a school. That I am
mhm,
nothing and I have to do the same. No,
mhm.
you can create the person that wants you to be.
Amen.
The tools now.
Mhm,
And that's when I realized that. And I remember also trying to quit because of situation in the house. And I text you and I said, Nadine, I think I cannot make it. Because how can I be go out and preach and pray and talk to people when my house is a whole mess? And you just say, Raquel, we are in a warfare. Do you realize that we are in a warfare? You didn't say don't do it. You didn't say keep going. And I remember I get up that day. I
mhm,
went to take a shower, and the Holy Spirit started talking to me. I don't know how many of you have listened to the voice of God when you are taking a shower. I was crying. I was like, I feel like I am a hypocrite. How can I go and talk to people that everything will be fine when I am doing this and this? And he said, you know what, Raquel? Just get in charge of the thing that you are doing. Keep going the thing, and I will handle the other situation.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I will do it. And every time I feel like quitting, he said, just handle the thing that you can. And I am in charge of whatever other situation you can't. And I trust on him, and I am hopefully, and I have this hope that I can't wait to see. If
Yes.
this through my life, I can't wait to see the other part of the piece,
Yes.
the puzzle piece complete. I can wait to see.
Yes, girl, listen, you just want to make me cry, you want to make me laugh, you want to make me scream, like you just interfering with me in all kind of ways today because you're just dropping these truths. And I remember for real when I got your text and I said to you in warfare, because remember I kept saying to you ladies, if I had to focus on my reality, I couldn't show up. I couldn't
Mhm.
show up weekly to coach you ladies to build your speaking platforms. If I had
Mhm.
to focus on my real, right? But I have to bypass it. And that's why I'm so proud of you and the other ladies who all just trusted me and God through this process, trusted God first, and just allowing Him to use me to just say, hey, what? We're going to use it with our imperfect lives. We're going to use this opportunity. We're going to use our imperfect lives to still help us build our speaking platforms. We're not going to focus on our realities. We are going to push forward, and that's exactly what you did. And the amazing thing about it was that even before we were almost done, you were just getting speaking engagements like crazy. I remember giving you guys a challenge to come up with 5 of them in September, and you already booked so many, you've already spoken so many times. And
Yeah.
so it's like, I know so much is happening. So talk to us about what's going on right now, because I'm really excited about your journey through the program, but I'm excited about the results that you're getting and the fact that people are seeing value in the message that you have to share.
That's the thing. The talent that you have inside will open places in front of the big people. So when I start talking to people, I remember I mentioned to one of two of my friends, oh, I cannot do this on Wednesday because I am taking these classes. Oh, what classes? And I start talking just with them. And eventually people start testing me, can you talk to us, a group of lady, and this and this and this and this? And I was like, yes, yes. I say yes, and then I check if I can do it.
I know.
I know that that is so amazing. He's been so amazing to me that I cannot use any excuse. If I have to hire someone to be with the kids when I have to speak, I do it. If I have to do whatever, I do it. It's been like more than like eight opportunity, and every time is even better and better
So you
and
booked 8 speaking engagements already, and the program only ended like 2 weeks ago, right?
yes,
And I
yes.
challenge you all for 5. You've done 8. I know you did 2 already. And I'm always just wishing I could come in, but today I got some of that fiery power of yours. So I kind of get what they're feeling. And girl, you're getting cheers here along the way. We have Jamila, your sister, saying, yes, mama.
Yes.
Lisa says, amazing. Nelissa is just giving you a shout out. Maren says Raquel has a fire determination that is inspiring and beautiful. Absolutely. You're getting some claps as well. You're getting some love in it. Jamila is saying, speak girl. Lucretia is saying, enjoying your encouraging words. And she says, I'm a Mary Kay girl. She recognizes you. I've been using the product. Love it. And with that, you know what? I already planned for us to have Raquel do some skincare for the ladies in the Wow Women's Leadership and Empowerment group and just talk to us about, makeup and how we can use it to enhance and stuff like that. My friend Dr. Julieta is saying her fervor for change gives a winning edge to her destiny. I love it. Raquel, you have been so amazing. It has been such a pleasure working with you. I like the fact that you make no excuses for success. And that is really a key factor in your success as a mother and your success as a businesswoman. And today, your message is very clear that women do not have to choose motherhood or entrepreneurship, but with the right guidance from God, they can have a successful combination of motherhood and entrepreneurship. Guaranteed, our families will not be perfect, but it does not mean that we cannot be positioned as you are right now to really empower so many more women to recognize that you don't have to choose, because you grew up seeing ladies choosing, and sometimes we choose just being mothers, and we put ourselves in such bad situations because now we depend on somebody else for everything, and then we're subjected to abuse of so many different kinds. But now we can do it, and not because we're saying it, because some people may be listening to us right now and thinking, oh, these people are feminists. I'm happy to know that Jesus was also a feminist, by the way. But we're Christian women who believe that we can do whatever is God is calling us to do. That's the angle in the work that you're doing. And in your work, just empowering women to know that God can give you the power. He has already given you the gift. In Proverbs 8:16, one of our favorites, he says that it will take you places. It will place you, in certain places. And so, Raquel, I know that your message is needed for such a time as this, for so many women who are in situations that they need to be out of. So many women who are in situations where they're ready to give up because they're thinking they could only choose one and that they would fail at the other. Where can they find you? They want you to speak. They want you to come and empower the ladies. They want you to help ladies understand that, hey, maybe you can start a skincare business, stay at home, but still have your own business. Where can they find you?
I am in every single platform. You can find me on Facebook on Raquel Delorbe Carmona. You can find me in a link with my name too. YouTube, what else? Instagram, and even TikTok. Even
You on TikTok doing makeup videos?
I am the Dominican mom on TikTok. So
Oh,
if
wow.
you find me, it's good so we can connect and we can be the proof to somebody else that you can be a successful mom and a successful businesswoman by just allowing God to work on you and take the time, because it's easy to just say, yeah, it is how it is. I can do it. You can do it. You can become the best version of yourself.
Amen. And that is the goal of the speaker mentorship program. If there's any ladies out there who wondering, we have our second cohort going on, and I know we're going to have a wait list for the next group. If there are any ladies on the fence right now, they really want to work on building their speaking platforms, they're afraid and they're thinking, I can't. The investment, as you said, it's so minimal compared to what you get. The return on investment and the return on energy is so much higher than what it is you put in. They're on the fence right now, but they want to build a speaking platform. What would you say to them?
Just do it. Just do it. You will think that, oh, if I get sick right now, I will find $10,000. I will find
Mm,
$20,000 to get better. You are
mm,
sick right now. You are
wow.
sick right now. Find the money, invest the money, and become healed. Because then you will be able to manage whatever situation. Once you find your voice, you find your call, and this money will come to you like 20,000 times. I talk to people and I tell her every time I talk to a woman, I said, I can die today. Today I
Mhm,
can die because I am fulfilling my call. And I
mhm,
will be seeing my creator when I wake up, and I will say, I fulfill my call. So
mhm,
that's how you will feel after you finish this program. Don't make excuse. Money is created. You are the daughter of the creator of the world. You are a queen. You are a princess. So don't make excuse. Just stop making excuse, because when we want it, we find the way. And
mm.
the last thing that can happen is that you just find yourself.
Amen.
The
Wow.
last thing.
Like Marva says, you're on fire, and I just have to agree so much, because it's true. We find a way to do what we have to do, and rising to a higher level of yourself, there's no better feeling in knowing that. I couldn't say it any better, Raquel. I need to go back and watch the recording, because that one, they're just like, you just hit it. So it's been such a pleasure working with you. You have been amazing. You put in the work. You really lived out the message that I can be successful at entrepreneurship, at motherhood, and still invest in myself and time to do something that helps me to get to that next level of myself. You did. You made no excuses, and I'm really proud of you. I look forward to working with you on the book project as I put together this group of ladies with a next level in the speaker program as we work on their books that will come out. We'll be done with them by the end of the year 2021 by the grace of God, and I'm so excited for you. So Raquel, have a lovely evening, blessed
You.
remainder of the week. All of our viewers, we are so thankful that you made the time to have lunch with us today. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow where we have another guest who will be joining us. I believe it is from Trinidad and Tobago. And then our guest on Friday will be joining us from the UK. So thanks for having lunch with us today. We look forward to hearing from you. God bless.
God bless. Bye bye.